Hello friends, today we are going to talk about DOS or disk operating system. We know that there are two environments known as graphical user interface and the command line interface. So the user interface is a modern day environment which allows us to provide our inputs using mouse or touch screen or any other such input device, and it has got a graphical interface where there are icons, there are buttons, there are start menus and many other items. We tap on them, we touch on them, or we click it through our mouse, and the tasks get furnished according to our commands. However, the predecessor of this environment was known as CLI, or the command line interface. Now, command line interface expected from its users to memorize the commands and subsequently enter these commands on the designated area which is known as the terminal. The Microsoft company, which promotes the Windows operating system, it has got a predecessor called DOS or DOS. The, the full form of DOS is Disk Operating System. It used to have various sets of commands, and the residue of the DOS is still available in the even in the modern versions of Windows. And in today's session, we are going to talk about one such CLI environment available in your Windows operating system. It can be invoked by clicking on the run window and simply typing CMD. Once you click on CMD, you will be able to locate the command prompt app, and we'll click on them. Once we click on them, there will be a black box or black window available on our screen, which is known as the terminal. So once we click on this terminal, we are supposed to provide the memorized or pre-existing text in the designated area, and these are known as commands. In today's session, we are going to see how we can interact with the terminal with a few commands. Before we move on, I would like to stress on one matter, and that is this particular area is known as the prompt. Now, prompt consists of the drive letter. This C, friends, you can spot is known as the drive letter, and these are the subsequent folders in which the present location is located. This blinking horizontal bar is known as the cursor, and when the cursor blinks, it tells the user that it is ready, the terminal is ready to accept the commands. One by one, we shall start providing the commands, and we'll see how we can successfully work with them. So one such command, the first command that we are going to see is how we can change the drive letter, or how we can move to another drive by providing the command. Before further moving ahead, I would like to stress one more thing, that friends, if you have used your Android system, or if you have used the Linux system, it is case sensitive. So the meaning of case sensitivity is it expects that user either provides commands in uppercase or lowercase designated already. However, the DOS or disk operating system is case insensitive. That is, if you provide a command in capitals, or if you provide a command in lowercase letters, it doesn't mark any difference among them. So first command that I am going to provide is the command to change the drive letter. So say for example, if I wish to go to D drive, I will simply type this D and then a colon without any spaces, and I'll press an enter key. So as soon as I do this, friends, you can notice that I have diverted to the D drive. Now I can also go to E drive by simply clicking, by simply locating the cursor, and then I type like E colon, and as soon as I press enter, oh, it says that this drive does not exist. The volume does not contain recognized file system. So whenever we encounter such error, that means that no such drive is existing or is available on your computer. So once again, I click on, I type C colon, press enter, and once again, the computer diverts me to the C drive. And when I type D colon, press enter, the computer diverts me to the D drive. So the first command we have learned is how we can change the drive later. The next command, friends, I'm going to narrate is how to clear the screen. Since my screen is full, I'll simply type CLS. It stands for clear the screen. I'll press enter, and my screen is clear by now. Now, friends, I would like to see how many files and directories exist on my drive. Now, how I can do this? So for this, there is a command called dir. dir. As soon as I press dir command and press the enter button, the all the directories and files available on my D drive shall be narrated and shall be enumerated on my screen. However, there is a catch, friends. If you are browsing through your file manager, by now you must be knowing that there is a designated icon for the folder, most probably yellow icons for folder we spot. But in the command line environment, there are no graphics involved. So how can we distinguish between a file and a folder? So, in order to locate a file or a folder, friends would like to see that wherever you spot an angular bracket surrounding the term dir, that dir says that it's a directory, and this is the date and time on which day and time and which date and time this directory was created. So friends, now let us create a directory of our own. So for that matter, once again I would like to clear my screen. At present, friends, would like to count how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 now I'm creating a directory of my own. So I'm going to write down a command to create a directory. This command is mkdir. This mkdir command, once again let me type mkdir command, then space, and after this space the computer expects that I type the name of the directory that I would like to create, the name of the folder that I would like to create. So I am creating a folder called test. Press and enter, and now I would like to confirm whether or not the directory has been created. So I'll type dir. Since we know that whenever we pass the dir command, it will enlist the name of files and directories that are available on your computer. We'll press enter, and gradually we'll scroll down. So yes, this test directory appears now. Initially it was not there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Initially it was 6. See, initially 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 were there, but now it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So test appears something which is newly created, and let us spot their date. So date is 10th of February 2023 by 11:44. So the same date and time we can spot here in the notification tray. So, and once again it's a directory. So test is a directory which we have created right now. So yes, first task is accomplished. Now friends, let us the another question that that must be surrounding in our minds is how we can enter a directory. So it is very easy. We'll type the command to go to a directory. This command is cd. Now this cd stands for change the directory. We'll press the cd command, we'll provide a space, and then we'll type the name of the directory that we have recently created. So cd test, we'll press enter, and friends, we can see that the prompt now contains the name of the directory followed by the drive letter. So we can understand from this prompt that at present we are located in the D drive, and in the D drive we are located in the test directory. Now friends, if you type the dir command, you will notice that there is nothing, 0 bytes, nothing lies there in the directory. Now why is it so? The reason is very clear. We have just recently created this directory and hence it is empty. Now I'm going to create two more directories here. So once again, the old command mkdir, and I'm giving its name as say d1, that is directory 1. It's an arbitrary name, any name of your choice we can provide, but I'm providing the command the directory name as d1. Now once again I'm providing another command which is mkdir d2. So there are two directories I have created, and now I once again enlist the names of files and folders by using the dir command. By pressing the enter key, the computer tells me that yes, there are two directories by now which exist under the directory test, and these two directories are d1 and d2. Yes, we can confirm that both of them are directories only, both of them are folders only, because it's a dir word surrounded by the angular bracket, and time and date are also mentioned here. Fine. So now let us navigate to one of these directories. So I can navigate to one of the directories by providing the command cd d1 is the name of the directory. I press enter, and friends, if you notice, by now the path in the prompt says that we are in the D drive. In the test we are in the d1 directory, and if we enlist the names of files and directories by providing the dir command followed by an enter key, it says that it's an empty directory. Now why it is empty directory? Naturally it is recently created, and since it is recently created, no contents lie there. Now in another question may surround in our minds that how to get out of a directory. So in order to get out of a directory, we'll simply supply command like cd, that is change directory, and then we will just put two dots, and then we press enter. And by now if you observe the prompt, you can notice that initially it was saying we are in the D drive, within the D drive we are in the test, and in the test we are in the D1 directory. Now we are only in the test directory. That means we have been traveled back one level up. And once again, if I provide the dir command, it says that okay, once again we have d1 and d2 directories created. I provide the cls command to clear my screen by now, and I am going to create a text file. Let's see how we can create a text file here. So the command to create text file is edit, and in the newer computers edit command is not there. So on the newer computers which are having Windows 10 or Windows 11, we can use the notepad command, notepad notepad command, and followed by the name of the file that you want to create. So I am giving a file name as my file1.txt. Again, it is arbitrary, any choice of name you can provide. Once the notepad window opens, I will type something. So I'm typing something as this one. This is a test. This is the arbitrary piece of sentence I have written, and now I'm going to click on save, and now I'm going to click on exit. So I would like to confirm whether or not this file is created on my computer. So I will use my old friend dir command, which is going to enlist the name of files or directories on my computer. I press enter. So friends, by now we can distinguish between the directory and the file. Since D1 and D2 are the directories, it consists of the dir word uh, embraced within the angular brackets. However, we have the my, that is my f1.text, and it simply says that 15. So what does this 15 mean? The 15 means the number of characters in bytes. So that my f1 consists of 15 bytes in size. So by now we can create a text file on our computer. The another question that comes in our mind is how we can display the content of the text file. Let me clear the screen first, and now once again come back to our old question, how we can display the contents of this text file. So the command designated is type, 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 followed by the name of the file, that is my f1.text, and I'll press an enter key, and now it is displaying the content of this text file on my screen. This is a test. So we could successfully print the content of this text file on our screen. But there is a catch, friends, and that catch is this is possible only for the plain text or text files. It is not possible for audio, video, and similar files which are binary in its format. So by now we have also seen how we can create files. Now friends, let us try to copy this my f1 file to some other directory. So how we can do this? So for that matter, we are going to use a command called copy, 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 and then we'll type the name of the file, that is my f1.text, and then we will type the full path, that is the name of the drive, followed by the colon and slash, followed by the name of the directory, that is test, followed by again a slash, followed by the name of the directory where we want to copy there. So I press enter, and I get a message that one file has been copied. Now how to confirm this? So to confirm, we will invoke the command cd, that is change the directory, followed by a space, and after this space, since I have copied this my f1.text to a directory called d1, I will simply say, I will simply type d1. So what does it say? It says that change from the test directory to the d1 directory. I press an enter, and by now we are in the D drive, in the test directory, and in test directory we are in the D1 directory. At times it is also referred as the subdirectory. It's a time to clear the screen, so I type clear the screen, and I once again type the dir command to confirm whether or not I could successfully copy. My answer is yes, I could successfully copy my f1 file from the root directory to the D1 directory. Now friends, uh, the content of the file has not changed. If you see, that content of the file has not changed, it is as it is. The question is what to do if I want to change the name of a file. So in order to change the name of a file, there is a command called ren, that is rename, and followed by the ren or rename command, I'll supply the old name. So this is the old name, and now I am supplying the new name. So I am just simply typing new dot text. I press an enter key, and after clearing the screen, I would like to confirm how many files are there. This can only be done by supplying the dir command. After pressing the enter key, it it can show us, or rather it shows us that the old name, since it was my f1, it has been changed to the new name new.text. However, if we once again try to see the content of the file, you will see that the content has not changed. The content has not changed. Let us try to see the similar operation. Instead of copy, we want to do the cut activity. So what happens in the cut activity? We know that whenever we do the copy paste operation, the copied file or copied content is available at the source as well as at the destination location. However, if we invoke the cut and followed by the paste operation, we know that source no more carries the file or the content, only destination location carries the same. So now I would like to remove this new.txt file from the D1 location and would like to put it to the D2 location that we have already previously created. How we can do this? This can be done by using a command called move, M-O-V-E, move, followed by the name of the file that you want to cut or that you want to move as far as the those terminal commands are concerned, and then the path name. So the path name is D followed by the test, that the directory which we created today, and followed by the name of the directory, that is D2, where we want to move this file. I press the enter key and the response states that one file has been removed. So let me clear the screen first and then I'll type dir command to confirm. Oh yes, it no more carries the file. So where it did go? I'll get out of this directory by supplying the cd followed by two dots and and then since we have two directories available from D1 and D2, I'd like to go to D2, so I will supply cd followed by a space followed by the name of the directory, that is D2. I press enter key and I type dir and voila, the new.txt that we had originally created in the D1 directory is now available at the D2 directory since we moved it using the move command, and now it is available at the new place or new location. Friends, uh, if we wish to see the content, contents are not changed, contents are same. And suppose friends, if you wish to remove a file, now this removal must be done with a caution. We have got a file but we no more need it and hence we want to remove this file. How we can do this? So we can do this by invoking the del command, which stands for delete. It will invoke the removal of a file from your directory, but you have to exercise extreme caution, friends. At times it becomes almost irrecoverable. So once again I caution you, there's an amber yellow signal to exercise this command. Let us supply this new.txt and press enter, and if we sorry, I need to clear the screen first, and if we supply the dir command, we can notice that no more the new.txt file is available on the screen. Friends, I once again get out of this directory, I come at the test directory, and there are two more commands that are at times helpful. So first one is the date command, which will allow us to show the date on your screen. At times it also allows you to change the date, but we should not change it manually. So it will show you the date in the ddmm folder, YY format. I'm sorry. It depends upon the regional settings, and by invoking the time command, it will also allow you to show the time on your screen. Friends, once our tasks are furnished and once we wish to exit from the black window, which is known as the terminal of DOS, we can exit by supplying the exit command, and by pressing an enter key we can get out of this. So with this, I thank you everyone for listening to this session. Thank you so much.